everyone, this is Celine from Blue Cala Patterns, and in this video, this is the final video for the Daisy crossbody bag. In this video, we're going to be doing the final assembly, including sewing our adjustable crossbody strap. So what we're going to do first is we're going to finish the assembly of the bag itself, and then we'll sew up our strap. So what you'll want to do, you should have by now a completed exterior shell and a lining shell. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up your lining shell. And again, like I mentioned in the last video, you want to make sure that your zipper pocket is open all the way. Then you're going to insert the exterior into the lining. And usually when I'm clipping these together, I start by lining up the side seams and clipping those together. Okay, this side and this side. And when you're clipping these together, it's really important that you make sure that your D-rings at each end are pointing down towards the bottom of the bag. You don't want to accidentally sew over them and break a needle. Okay, so I'll pause. Now I'm going to clip everything else in between. Okay, so I'm done clipping the edges, the top edges together. Now I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm going to sew all the way around and make sure to backstitch. If you want, you can actually sew twice if you want to make sure that it's extra strong, but I'll probably just do it once for this bag. And then we will turn our bag right side out through the opening in the bottom of our zipper pocket. Okay, so I've sewn all the way around the top edge of the bag to sew the lining and the exterior together. And now I'm just going through the bottom of my zipper pocket, and I'm going to turn the bag right side out. And there's two things that we need to do now. First is we need to sew the bottom of our zipper pocket shut. So I just line up the folded edges nicely. So, and then you can either sew this shut by hand. I'm terrible at sewing by hand, so I do it with my machine, and I backstitch and then I sew as close as I can get to the edges, making sure that I'm sewing both folded edges all the way across, and then I backstitch again. So I'll do that in a bit. And then the second thing we want to do is top stitch the top edge of the bag. And you can either press the seam allowance along the top edge. I just roll the seam between my fingers and I just put a clip. And then as I'm top stitching, I remove the clips. I do that all the way around. So I'll finish rolling the seam allowance along the top. I will go and top stitch it, and I will sew the bottom of my zipper pocket shut, and then I'll show you what the completed bag will look like. Okay, so I've sewn the bottom folded edges of my zipper pocket lining pieces. Tuck that inside the bag and close my zipper pocket and tuck my lining into the bag nicely. I love how the pleats make the base of the bag actually really nice and wide. And then I'm going to close. So you'll see I've finished the top stitching along the top edge as well. Now we're going to install the zipper end. So this is my metal zipper end. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go get some glue, and I'm also going to need my teeny Turner screwdriver, so I'll go get those. All right, so I found my teeny Turner screwdriver. However, I'm in the middle of a move, and apparently I have misplaced the glue somewhere. So normally what I would do actually is I would put a drop of glue inside the metal zipper end, and then I would insert the end of my zipper, and then I would add the screw. So unfortunately I don't have the glue to show you that, but it's a good idea to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do also is I'm going to shorten the zipper a bit, because I don't really like it when the end of the zipper is long and comes out the end like this. So I'm actually going to trim it so that it comes to the end of the edge of the bag, the top edge of the bag. And normally I would seal the end, but since once I find my glue, I'm going to add glue. I'm not going to bother sealing the ends of the zipper, because I'm going to actually take this off and put glue when I find it. So you have to sort of fold the zipper in towards the wrong side so that it fits into the zipper end, and then you stick it in like so. And then I find it easier, if only everything was where I remembered it. Okay, well, I'm going to use the end. So normally I kind of use the end of my seam ripper to make sure I have the zipper all the way in. And then I will just, this is the world's tiniest little screw. And then I just add the screw. Now I'm going to take this off and glue it once I find my glue. I really like, you could take your chance by not gluing it, but I usually always glue my my metal zipper ends. So now it's tucked into the end here, and you don't really see it from the outside of the bag. All right, so now I'm going to set the exterior of the bag away, the entire bag. I'm going to set it aside for now, and we're going to work on the crossbody strap. Okay, so in order to make the strap long enough, you're likely going to have to piece together two separate pieces of fabric. So they are 6 inches wide, because I want the final strap to be 1.5 inches. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to piece together these two pieces of strap to make my strap long enough. Now, one thing that may seem a little weird about this final part is that I'm going to, as I'm folding and pressing my strap, I'm going to be pausing the video a lot because I need to take photos for a different tutorial. So I apologize if it seems a little bit weird. I'll try to make it flow as smoothly as possible. But if you do notice that I'm pausing in odd spots, it's because I'm taking photographs as well. Okay, so I've joined two shorter pieces of strap together. You can join pieces together two ways. You could do a straight seam like I've done, or if you're worried about it being bulky where you've joined it, you can actually join it like you would pieces of binding, and you're joining them on the diagonal. I just did a straight seam for this one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to press each shorter end of your strap in towards the wrong side. I'm doing about 1/2 inch. I'm doing this for both sides. Okay, so this is the first step. Press in both ends, shorter ends, to the wrong side, about 1/2 inch. The next thing you're going to want to do is fold the strap in half, wrong sides together, along the entire length and then press it again, and that will create a crease at the center. And you're going to want to do that for the entire length of the strap. Okay, so now the entire strap has been folded in half, wrong side together, and pressed, and now you should have this center crease. So open it up to reveal the wrong side, and then fold in first this half with the raw edge at the center crease. So the wrong side together. Once you have one half of the strap pressed along the entire length, then you can do the same for the other half. And so you have the raw edges of your strap should be meeting and in the center. Okay, and you want to do that along the entire length of the strap. Okay, once I've folded both halves in towards the center, I'm going to fold it again along the original crease and press it again. And I'll do that along the entire length, and then you will have a nice strap that is 4 layers thick. Okay, so now that we have the strap folded and 4 layers, I did add a little bit of decorative stitching to my strap for my other tutorial. Now all we need to do is sew all the way around all the length of the strap with 1/8 of an inch seam allowance from the outer edges. And you'll of course, when you get to the ends, you're rotating and sewing across and then sewing along the entire length again, and then backstitch at the beginning and the end. Okay, so now I've sewn all the way around the strap with 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. We're going to attach the rectangle slide to one end. So you just wrap the one end of the strap around the rectangle slide. You could sew it in place or use rivets or do both. So I'm actually going to go over to my machine and I'm just going to sew a rectangle box. And then I'm also going to set some rivets. I'm just going to put one on either side of the decorative stitching because I don't want it to come apart. Okay, so I've sewn the strap in place with my rectangle slide, and now I'm going to take the opposite end. Now I want the part with the decorative stitching to be the right side of my strap. So take the other end and I pass one swivel through one end like this. Then I take that same end and I pass it through the slide once again. Okay, and you want to make sure that it's not twisted. And then you take your second slide and pass the end through the second one. And then you go over to your machine and you sew it in place exactly like you did for when you attach the rectangle slide. Okay, and then once you have your strap ready, you just clip a swivel on each D-ring, and then your bag is done.